Okay, so this is vlog number 1 on the Arduino RC car project. Oh, sorry, there's a thing in the way. Here it is over here. This is all it is. Pretty simple. It's just motor controller, Arduino, IR sensor, hooked up to a battery pack. Got it from a kit. Uses 18 650s, 2 of them. They're rechargeable. And it's just small IR platform. But it's having some issues where the left side over here doesn't turn as fast as the right side for some reason. And it's causing it to go in a circle. I have no idea why this is happening. I just know it is. And I don't know how to fix that, unfortunately. But here's the original code that it came with. It's just basic stuff. These are the 2 motor pins. All of this. Well, actually, these are the motor pins. These are for adjusting speed on the motor pins. Pretty sure. Yep. Just works off of iRemote, and receiving pin is 12. receive pin, decode. These are the basic hexadecimal codes that translate to IR signals from this little garbage, worthless thing. Fun fact, this broke like 2 days after I received it. So it's useless. Does nothing. It gets to sit there permanently and think about what it's done. I have this, which I'm hoping to turn into a remote one day. But in case I don't, we have this. Now, I'm going to tell you the controls before I show you the code. Actually, no, I'm going to show you how I got all the hexadecimal codes from this little hex bug spider, the older style that only has a forward and a left and a right. The newer ones have backwards, but this one's one of the wartime quote-unquote versions, where you could have little battles with them, and it came with a little fire button there. And you could have them, and you could have 2, A or B. I have it set so that A is forward and turn. This does nothing, to my knowledge. And B, the forward button changes, and it's now the reverse button. And that's all. How I got that was I got this pretty basic IR receiver stuff, decodes it all, puts it right there. Yeah, and it will do stuff once, well, the Arduino's plugged in, which it isn't. However, just here, RC_hex, my version of the IR remote control car code, where all I did was I added a couple things. I added stop A and stop B because, as I discovered, This, after it's done inputting the forward code, the forward signal, when you release the button, it will put out the stop signal, or rather a second signal that's this on A and the lower one on B. Hence stop A and stop B. This is good because IR back is on channel B. And I plan on giving it more controls in the future. All off of this little doohickey. It kind of sucks, but I love it, so I don't care. And so what this does is it just has a stop A, a stop B, and it's essentially the same code. It just has an extra function in it that's stop A and stop B, rather than just the stop. Because how it used to work is, so how this one works is every time you want to stop the vehicle with a little RC car, quote unquote, it's more tank controlled, but like, who cares? If you want to stop it, you have to hit the button that sends out the stop signal, which normally would be this red one. However, this remote broke, and it started sending out random signals after, like when you hold the buttons. Like, it'll do it initially. Like, it'll send out the right signal, and then it'll stop, and it'll always send out the same signal. Well, afterwards, so it would hit this, and it would send out a signal, but if you held it, then it would send out just all the same signal no matter which button you were holding, which meant that the IR receiver on the little car over there, you can see it there, gets confused, is what that signal means. This one, meaning this code is essentially useless, but my code, which is just an edited version, it's the same code, same function, same everything. It just has an extra case. Stop A is for when it stops going forward and turning, because otherwise it would just continue doing it. And stop B is for stopping it when it's going backwards. Which really I have to edit these comments on here. Because, yeah, they don't match up now. And then it receives. Here's the basic setups. That, and then the loop does IR control, so it loops this code, which is the one that contains everything infinitely. Setup is what sets the everything up. So it's set up. It starts first. It does all of that, everything in the setup line. And then it'll go and do whatever's next. In this case, loop, which contains this function, which will then call upon its code and what it does. And that's it. That's all I got. I will have to figure out how to make it stop continually turning to the left, because it won't go in a straight line right now. Hold on, I can actually show you this by just hitting the on switch, which powers the whole thing. I'm going to rotate it like that. And of course, it doesn't do it when I need it to, or when I think it's going to do it. See, it'll do that. and one side just won't receive enough power in time, which is weird. And I'm gonna have to check that out, see what's wrong with it, because I don't know. I guess it's just doing this one first and then doing that one, which it shouldn't be doing. It should be doing them both at the same time, but I guess the code can't handle that. So, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But as of right now, it's going to be a bug that's going to be there for a while. This is the basic setup. It's just all of this with an Arduino Uno that's off-brand because all of this came in a kit. By the way, thank you to my gifted teacher for giving me the kit for free. I offered to pay them, they didn't accept. But, like, here we go. This is everything. Now, I got this built, actually, the first day, and wired the first day. It was pretty simple. The batteries did not come with the kit. We had to order these batteries separate for no reason. It came with a battery box. Should have used AA's or something? No. No, it uses rechargeable batteries that you have to order separately, instead of just having a lithium battery that you can charge with a USB. Which I thought was a bit dumb. But it does things. You do have to wait for it to stop flashing before you can really input another code, because otherwise it'll start stuttering. But like it's a neato. It's a neat little thing. I am going to work on getting a different chassis for this, because the motors it has aren't that strong, and the chassis is just a single piece of acrylic, and the rear wheel is there. It's pretty simple. I think I can do better with a different kit that's online that will give it treads so it can handle more terrain. No, it can't. It doesn't have suspension with that. But it'll still be neat to see. And I think that's everything, honestly. I don't have anything else. So, to whoever's watching this, have a fantastic day. And yeah, that's all. See ya.